husband has been acting strange for months. Yesterday, I followed him to a house I've never seen before and discovered why he keeps disappearing every Tuesday. The first time Jake came home late on a Tuesday, I barely noticed. He texted saying a client meeting ran long minus normal in his consulting job. But then it happened again the next week, and the week after that. Soon every Tuesday, my husband of 8 years would return home around 9 p.m., smelling faintly of a cologne he doesn't wear, with a distant look in his eyes. When I asked about these late nights, his answers became increasingly vague. Just work stuff turned into you wouldn't understand. And eventually, please stop asking Sarah. Other things changed too. He password protected his phone. Themel, taking calls in another room, became oddly protective of his credit card statements. The classic signs were all there, and my friends didn't hesitate to name what they saw. An affair, but something didn't add up. Jake still kissed me goodbye every morning, still planned our weekend hikes, still talked about our future together. If he was cheating, why maintain the facade so completely? Last Tuesday, after he left for another late meeting, I did something I never thought I'd do. Minus I followed him. I kept 2 cars between us as he drove across town to a neighborhood I didn't recognize. Middle class, quiet, nothing special. He parked in front of a modest blue house with a wheelchair ramp leading to the front door. My heart pounded as I watched him retrieve a small duffel bag from his trunk and walk confidently up to the door like he'd done it 100 times before. A silver-haired woman answered, hugged him warmly, and ushered him inside. I sat in my car for 20 minutes, scenarios racing through my mind. Was this his mother's secret sister? A second family? Some kind of support group he was embarrassed about? Finally, I gathered my courage and approached the house. Through a gap in the living room curtains, I could see Jake sitting on the floor surrounded by children, minus 5 of them, ranging from maybe 3 to 10 years old. He was pulling items from his duffel bag, art supplies, books, and what looked like a science experiment kit. The silver-haired woman watched from a wheelchair nearby, smiling. I was so confused that I didn't notice the front door opening until a teenage girl stood before me, eyebrows raised at catching me peering through the window. She asked, suspicious but not unkind, I am Jake's wife, I stammered. Her face immediately softened. Oh, Mrs. Reynolds, we've heard so much about you. Come in, please. Before I could process what was happening, I was standing in the living room. Jake looked up, his face draining of color. Uncle Jake, is this your wife? One of the little girls interrupted, running to inspect me. The silver-haired woman wheeled forward. You must be Sarah. I am Eleanor, Daniel's mother. Your husband has been such a blessing to our family. Daniel, the name hit me like a physical blow. Jake's college roommate who died in a car accident 3 years ago, minus before I met him. Jake rarely spoke about him, as Eleanor explained after Daniel's death. His wife struggled to raise their 5 children alone while caring for Eleanor, who had multiple sclerosis 6 months ago. She'd reached out to Jake in desperation, unable to afford childcare or tutoring for the kids whose grades were suffering. Jake comes every Tuesday, Eleanor continued. He helps with homework, teaches them science experiments, reads to the little ones. He's even setting up college funds for them. I looked at my husband surrounded by children who clearly adored him and saw the guilt in his eyes. Why keep this a secret? I asked quietly when we stepped outside to talk. Jake ran his hands through his hair. At first I was just helping out an old friend's family, but then I got attached to the kids, and it became more. I didn't know how to tell you. I was essentially becoming a part-time parent to another family, or that I've been using my bonus money for their college funds. You thought I'd be angry about you helping them? No, he said, looking away. I was afraid you'd see how natural I am with them, how much I love being their Uncle Jake. We've been trying for a baby for 2 years, Sarah. I didn't want to hurt you by showing you what I have with someone else's children. That night we had the longest conversation of our marriage, about grief, about our fertility struggles, about secrets and assumptions, and about how love isn't a finite resource that gets depleted when shared. It's been 3 months since I discovered Jake's Tuesday family. Now we both go. Eleanor is teaching me to knit. The youngest girl has decided I am a princess because of my curly hair. The oldest boy is helping me improve my chess game. Sometimes the things we fear will break our relationships actually reveal their true depth. And sometimes family isn't just what we're born into or what we create through biology, minus it's what we build together.